I was just waiting to die, basically, or go to jail, because I already knew I was.
There's this perception that if you're not going to live very long, then what does your short-term behavior matter? A lot of young men that grow up in the city have a tremendous amount of temptations. And those temptations are laid bare in front of them every single day.
Jamaal was an inmate that came to us, I believe at 16. I can't remember an individual of his age that had as many what we call offenses in custody and what the inmates call tickets.
If you don't have a sense that there is an eternity, if you don't have a sense that that you can be successful, then your choices are hard to understand.
He had a very a difficult childhood where he'd lost his mom when he was younger, didn't have a very stable family situation, and I think that was difficult for him.
If you live in a neighborhood where people are getting shot, if you had to fight your way to get to school every day, you don't have to be physically beat up. We underestimate how many folks involved in the criminal justice system are victims of trauma.
I met John uncuffed in BCDC. I seen him doing a class, but I was on lockup. When I got off of lockup, they had another class, and I went to the class, and I got to know him.
Usually we had a corrections officer that was understanding and helpful, but they would have to let me go up to the second tier where the kids that were on lockup were, and they would open the food slot so we could talk through the food slot and actually hear each other.
They talk to you like you're not a person when you're in there. They talk to you like you're an animal or something. Like people at Uncuffed, they're real nice. They talk to you like a regular person.
A lot of the young men don't get a lot of affirmation or a lot of encouragement in their lives, and I think Uncuffed have created a really good culture to treat everyone with the love and respect they deserve as being created in God's image.
We had John. I called him from Uncuffed Ministries and said, you know, this guy's in disciplinary and I would really like you to meet with them.
John seemed pretty cool, so I started like opening myself up and taking heed of what he was saying, and he started like reading Bible verses and stuff to me. And he got me really into the Bible when I was in there.
When he got locked down for other disciplinary reasons, that was on the adult side, the old side, and it was much more drastic over there.
You're out of your cell 1 hour a day, no phone calls, really are very isolated, which is not something that we like to do with what I consider to be children.
And I think that's where we get in society, we get in this classification of people. Like, well, he's in jail and now he's acting out in jail, so he's incorrigible, and just lock him up and leave him there. That's not true at all. The whole Old Testament is about all these rules the Jews are meant to follow. If they could follow them, they could be with God, but they can't. And in that case, God doesn't write them off. We serve a God who makes a way. And I think that's what he did with Jamaal. Even though he couldn't follow the rules, God still made a way. He gave him a sense of humility that allowed him to pick up the phone when he came out and call me.
I called him the second day I got home, and he just started helping us out. He took us new pathways, made resumes, got us suits.
So he did well in that stuff, and he signed up for his GED. And I started to think that he was really showing a lot of change and a lot of potential. So we ended up hiring him at Sophie's, and he's just done a great job. He's responsible. He shows up on time. He works hard.
I'm pleasantly surprised, and I think God's had his hand on him, that he's been doing well since he's been home.
I was stunned. I was stunned when they called me and said that he called them when he was released and wanted a job.
I wanted something to keep me focused and out of the streets. So I think I got a pretty good chance of making it.
That's the value of Uncuffed, is that he had that trust with them and he knew that they would be able to help him. When you make these mistakes, to know that God still loves you is huge.
Don't let anyone take this opportunity away from you. Walk through this hard time knowing who you are, no matter what anyone says about you.
Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing stop you.